Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't been doing a talking video for like a very long time, which is highly uncomfortable, so allow me for a second as I like morph back into whatever this is. I've been doing my covers for a minute, but I just had messages from people here and there being like, please do your makeup tutorial. So I put a little post on my Instagram story, I'll insert it here, with a poll and basically asked what you guys want to see, and Minimal Summer Glow came out on top, honey. So that's what we're doing today. Excuse myself for looking like this, but I promise you it'll transform in a sec. Just want to do a very like laid back summer kind of a lockdown vibe makeup, because I know that like nobody has the time or patience to be doing full glam just to go to the living room every day. I know things are changing now, but I personally am staying in the house. Just want a really glowy light makeup look that just makes you look refreshed and like also gives your skin a bit of a breather from doing like heavy glam. Let's get into it. Okay guys, so to start off with, I just want to preface this by saying that my absolute biggest tip for when you want like super glowy skin, super glowy makeup is moisturize beforehand. I know there's this conception that if you have oily skin, you basically should be avoiding moisturizing, and when I worked at Estee Lauder, that was like the one thing they told us. If a customer comes in with an oily skin type, like just really emphasize moisturizing, because basically, long story short, when you deny your skin of oils and like moisture, it kind of overcompensates, and that's why a lot of people with oily skin have even oilier skin, and they think it's because they moisturize, and it's not. But obviously look for something that doesn't have a lot of silicones in, and something that's quite light, but keep moisturizing. I use oils, that's just how I go. I have an oily T-zone, but I love my oils. So to start with, I always use primer. I know there's a big debate about if primer does anything. I personally think it does. It just preps my face in a really nice way and allows my makeup to kind of blend into my skin as opposed to like sitting on top of it, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Today I will be using Fenty. You already know the deal. Now, if I wasn't broke, everything in my artillery would be Fenty. So this is just I got it in Sephora in the States. It's the Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. I just think it's divine, to be honest. I also just want to let everyone know that obviously I've been very vocal on like my social media platforms, because I don't usually use YouTube anymore as a kind of a talking space. That might change, that might not change, depending on how this video does. I obviously have been super vociferous about the Black Lives Matter movement, and you can find all the links to petitions that still need signing in my bio below, so please go check that out, because the fight isn't done just because we posted a black square on Instagram, and I worry that some people feel that it is. Oh my god, I forgot. This is why I can't do these videos anymore. I don't even know how I used to do them. Right. I am doing MAC Strobe Cream. I think it has a shade. Pink Light. I use Pink Light. I shouldn't use Pink Light. I should definitely use the one with yellow undertones, but I got this one free, so I just like dab that into my skin. For me, this is such a necessary step. Okay, so once you've rubbed that strobe cream all over your face, I move on to foundation. And my foundation I use, okay, does anybody else's like skin color during summer is just, I can't even. It's just like the discoloration that comes when I tan, and like parts of my body are more tan than the others. So yeah, basically I use NC37, but sometimes just like to even it out the color a little bit, because I don't want to come across a bit orange. I throw in a little bit of NC25 because I'm crazy like that. Anyway, how's everyone's lockdown going? Mine is really wild. I am getting to a point where I'm so bored. Guys, by the way, just like forgive me, it always MAC foundation looks so oxidized when you first put it on your skin, and it makes me look like an actual Oompa Loompa. But once you like blend it out and stuff, it's okay. I hope. Oh my god, stop. This lighting never does me any favors. You know what, I'm not even gonna lie. this foundation is not my colour. It's just not. But anyway, we move. Right, so once you've done that and it doesn't look too crazy, I always take a setting spray. I take my Fix Plus from MAC and just, we spritz. She spritz, he spritz, they spritz. I've been doing this for years and it really makes a difference in my opinion. It just makes your skin a lot more dewy. Just before I forget, I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Translucent Pressed Powder, which let's talk about her. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Anyway, I tend not to go too crazy with the powder because I don't want it super matte. I just want kind of like a she cute, she glowing moment, you know? I just want a little ooh and a little base done. So next I'm moving on to contour. Now I do contour, I'm not gonna lie. I don't go hardcore with it, but I do a little something. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Planet in light to medium. It's the only thing I've ever used for a contour palette. That's not actually true, I'm completely lying. I've used many things and this is the only one I like. Why would you, who lies about that? Okay, so here's actually quite a big trick, which probably isn't a trick and everyone knows. I always blend up onto my temples because I absolutely hate when it's just like a line. My biggest tip when you're doing your contour is you have to kind of think about where the sun hits you, and that's where you should really be focusing the contour. So when I get tanned, the place it hits me is like my nose and my forehead and then my cheekbones-ish, not really, but you know what I'm saying. What I try to achieve whenever I do this makeup is I want it to look like I woke up this morning, I stumbled out of bed, and I had this perfectly contoured face. All my Arab girls in the building, let me know. It's hard being Middle Eastern sometimes with the nose situation. Quick tip, I always use a brush like this and I always blend into my eyebrow bone. For me, I just think it looks more natural. Could be wrong, couldn't be wrong, who cares? I use, to blend this out, now I know some people use a blendy beauty. What? I use a beauty, some people, no I don't, what? Some people use a beauty blender. I am not part of that squad. I use this kind of flat buffing brush. I just think it is a little bit more precise and I just really gently, I don't like, you know, I just kind of buff it in. Okay, yes. This is always the craziest part of the look. Now, this is an optional step. If you want to do this like as a very quick, just like kind of a look, then I would skip this to be honest, but I bake using my Laura Mercier translucent. Wow, English, I cannot do it. So I just get kind of all you need is a flat sponge. And what I do is I take it down my nose, kind of in the areas I want to highlight. And then I take it here. Yes, queen. Wow, what? Crazy. Makeup artist extraordinaire. And then I do it on my below the contour. So lockdown is really a lot. I'm not a fan. I understand that it's for the greater good and will completely adhere to all the guidelines, but I'm upset about it. I don't know about anyone else, but this was like meant to be the summer where I did quite a lot of exciting things that are just not happening. I also am currently studying my masters, so that really sucks. And it's also my first year living in London. And there was just so many like summer motives that were meant to happen that I was really looking forward to. And Miss Rona said not today. She said absolutely not happening. It's just while that's baking a bit, I'm gonna take, I'm like very insecure to show you this palette. This is like the most tragic makeup tutorial I think that has ever graced the internet. You wanna take a bone colored shade, and I'm gonna take this one from the Urban Decay, God, I don't even, oh, the Smoky palette. I just pat it on my eyelids to set them. You guys, I've forgotten concealer. What? Now, this isn't a big deal. Usually, just for everyone watching this, I do my concealer after I've done my foundation. So if you want to follow the normal steps, do that. What you do, you brush off the break, Luckily, this really isn't a massive step and you can do it in this order. Me convincing myself that everything's gonna be okay. I use this because it's beautiful. It's the Maybelline, right? Yeah, Maybelline Eraser Eye Concealer. We do a little bit here and a little bit here, and I swear to God, that's pretty much all I do. Do a little bit on my chin just for the highlight. Blend her out. Right, now obviously, normally that wouldn't have just happened and I would have done it before I did all my powder, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to take some more of the Estee Lauder translucent powder and just pat it down. Nothing crazy, not a lot. Right guys, we're literally almost done, so now I'm just going to move on to brows real quick. Again, brows is like nothing loco. Don't try and draw very rigid lines. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in Ebony, this one, with an angled brush, and I just very lightly follow kind of the natural arch of my brow. You see that? Yes, we love. Follow the movement of the hair, if that makes any sense. Like the direction that the hair grows, just trace over that. Don't start trying to like draw in new and funky fresh shapes. Does anybody else have a favorite brow? Because mine is my right one. Absolutely, without question. My left one just like what? And then what? I'm just gonna carve out my brow a little bit. Again, nothing major, very minimal, but just a tiny bit just for the edges. Another angled brush just for concealer. One of my observations as well during lockdown is I think you really realize like what's important and how to live kind of, oh my God, live in the moment. But you really do. We're almost done, people. Last step is a little bit of highlight and then lips, and you're done. You're done, you're done, you're free. So I just use the Halo O2O Cosmetics liquid highlight, and I just dab a bit of that. Again, this might like really freak people out because I use a lot of highlight. I use 3 different products for my highlight. You do not need to use 3. So I'm using next the MAC Soft and Gentle. What I do, because again you want that effect of the sun hitting you, so I just take a finger and just very lightly dab the end of my nose and then dab slightly in the bridge like an exclamation point, and that's it. That's all you do. And then I take a bit on a brush, just a long fluffy brush, and just like so. I put a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my cupid's bow, a little bit on my temples. I just try to think where the light hits you when you're outside in the sun. And then I take my Becca Cosmetics highlight. I don't know what shade this is in. Champagne Pop. Of course it is. The OG. And just go over it in the same. And then again on the temples, nose, cupid's bow, and chin. And then I'm going to go in with some mascara. My personal favourite is the Clinique High Impact Mascara. It's amazing. Just slap her on there. The only saving grace of the summer and coronavirus is that Love Island isn't on the summer. Now, I'm not a hater. I watch Love Island every single year and I am obsessed. And that is the problem. I get way too invested in reality TV every summer. Right, I do my bottom lashes. If you want something a bit more natural, then maybe don't. Yes, come through, stubby lashes. I was not blessed with long eyelashes, you guys. This next step is completely up to you if you want lashes. And these are actually from my cosmetic brand, Lucy Lashes. You can find them in the website linked in my bio. We have faux mink and mink lashes at a super affordable price. Yes, save that dollar. The faux mink lashes, I think it's obvious, but are completely vegan. So my vegan hombres, you are free, you are safe. We welcome thee. I'm gonna put these on my face real quick. Life is just infinitely better with lashes, and I don't care what anyone tells me. I'm actually very allergic to the glue. It's not fun, but I can't go without lashes, especially seeing as I make them, so you can just kind of adjust those manually. I use tweezers. I am one of the weaklings. I'm sorry, I can't do it with my fingers. And last but not least, I do a little lipstick. If you just want Vaseline on your lips, like, that is absolutely fine and will look beautiful and glowy and great. I just put on a very light lipstick because I just like it. I'm using Boldly Bare in the MAC lip liner, and I just very gently kind of trace my natural lip line. I would really recommend going up as opposed to down, because when you go up it naturally curves according to where your lips are. Right, now this is the Beige Babe, where is this from? Maybelline lipstick, and I am obsessed. It's like one of my favorite colors. Now I personally add a bit of gloss because summer is not summer without gloss in my world, but each to their own. I'm just using, this is from Sephora, it's the Sephora nude lip gloss, but you can literally use any nude lip gloss or whatever color you like just to go on top. Alright you guys, well this is it. This is this very easy, minimal, glowing, fresh face, no messing look. I hope you like it. It's just very easy for summer, like to just throw on, and it looks like you're not doing anything, but it also looks like you're doing the most. Please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything more chatty videos that you want me to do, because I've really took a hiatus from the kind of talking videos just because I wasn't really, you know, I'm gonna get deep, I wasn't really feeling it. I was feeling a little bit insecure in myself. Please like and share and subscribe to my channel, it would mean the most, and please just drop a comment. Let me know what you've been up to during lockdown. I want to know like what's the craziest new skill that you've done, or like your new like discovery, or what you've been doing that's just like so different from what you were doing before in your daily routine. I want to know, man. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.